Welcome to the 7th UASA Congress. The theme for this Congress, Shaping the Future We Want, intimates that we are ready to shape the future instead of fitting into it. At UASA, our power lies in our diversity. The diverse composition of the UASA family with representation in various sectors makes us unique in the larger field of South African trade unionism. Ideologically, we remain at the center of the political spectrum and not aligned to any political party. Our focus remains putting the interests of our members first in all respects, all the time. This year's Congress takes place in challenging times in the course of a pandemic, the magnitude of which has never before been seen in our lifetime. The world literally came to a halt and changed the way we live. This pandemic has further exacerbated the challenges of low growth, economic instability, and an already high unemployment rate that sits persistently above 32%. For young people between the ages of 15 and 34, the unemployment rate is devastatingly above 45%, implying that nearly every second young person is without work. For the youth 15 to 24 years of age, it is even more desperate at a rate above 60%. This exposes workers to an even more vulnerable environment and represents a country in crisis. To further complicate matters, our country saw massive civil unrest, looting and rioting mainly in KwaZulu-Natal and Gauteng in July, of which the negative effects on the economy, unemployment, foreign investment and the disastrous effects on the poorest in our land will still be seen for years to come. While the world continues to rapidly transform as the virus mutates and the pandemic is prolonged, UASA, in serving its members, has shown amazing unity and resilience. UASA remains resolute in our main areas of focus, which are organizational effectiveness. Taking note of the threat of losing recognition in some quarters due to threshold challenges, we need to make decisions about organizational capacity. The environment. We seek to build alliances, engage with government to transform sectors, and promote environmentally sustainable practices locally and internationally. Strong growth in our sectors. We have to sustainably grow membership in all our sectors so as to be able to provide powerful and relevant representation to our members. Addressing the skills gap. Become involved in finding solutions to this critical issue, which is not only draining the country of skilled workers, but posing health and safety risks as well. The future we want. Ensuring that on the back of a rich history of more than 127 years, we carry our legacy forward by securing sustainability in the ever-changing world of work and in a just transition context. Namely, the fourth industrial revolution brought forward at a rapid pace due to COVID-19. Massive youth and general unemployment that has significantly risen in the last 18 months, challenges faced by the country in tackling structural issues and other matters, as well as climate change. Over these 2 days, important areas will drive our discussions, and they include the following: navigating sustainably through this pandemic with excellence, being responsive to the needs of our members, just transition, nobody should be left behind, upward mobility for workers, member power in action, growth through members, promoting economic growth, promoting sustainability, fighting for a green economy, exploring solutions for youth and general underemployment, and exploring solutions using our collective intelligence. But first, let's look back at some of our achievements since our last Congress. The Congress of 2016 was a massive success. We stressed the importance of mobilizing our members in support of the upward mobility of workers, the promotion of economic sustainability where it comes to issues like fighting for a green economy, and exploring solutions for youth underemployment. We hosted our 125-year celebration in May 2019, where we spoke about, amongst others, the various UASA South African employment reports by Mike Schussler, who will present again at tonight's gala dinner, entitled Unemployment, the Cause of All South Africa's Problems. In the post-COVID world, how does South Africa increase employment? The appreciative survey undertaken by Confluence, as we did in 2008 to better understand what our members want, that has guided us in providing better service and benefits to our members. The launch of the Bonanza competitions with great prizes, including a new car, given to members in order to stabilize and grow our membership. Launching the first ever for a union, the UASA Independent Professional Sector, aimed at assisting workers in the atypical environment. The UASA Call Center, hosted and managed by Europe Assistance, which is providing trusted support and advice, as well as roadside assistance and medical evacuation free of charge to members 24 hours a day, every day of the week. The UASA Vouchers Scheme, with the onset of lockdown. And under the leadership of the UASA team, co-creating the first ever vision, mission and values statements within UASA at all levels within the organization and endorsed by the NEC. This process was strategically facilitated over many months, kicking off after the phased-in return to work from the hard lockdown of March to May 2020 to provide us with common principles, clarity and effective guidance in decision-making aligned to what we are hoping to achieve. Our vision is to be a recognized and reputable organization serving with excellence and integrity, with a developmental and sustainable focus being devoted to serving and protecting members by progressively adapting to changes in the world of work, adopting core values of integrity, efficiency, excellence, sustainability, passion, and unity in everything that we do. Through the good offices of FEDUSA, UASA has been involved in instigating discussions around the energy crisis in the country, as well as the recent labour law amendments, climate change and comprehensive social security, as well as playing a role in the economic recovery task team after the onset of COVID. These discussions are aimed at creating an environment for our members where we can achieve the kind of future we want. The hard lockdown towards the end of March 2020, as a result of COVID-19, saw many of our members face hardship due to reduced or no earnings during that period. UASA quickly sprang into action and made available 400,000 rands worth of grocery vouchers to our most vulnerable members. This assisted around 800 members and their families in providing food on the table. UASA also carried all of its members during this period with access to all benefits, including funeral and maternity. Given that many employers could not pay over membership fees, an arrangement was approved by the NEC for those fees to be paid over time when the relevant sectors each opened up. UASA's operations continued remotely during this period for member assistance, and the funeral and maternity benefits were honoured and paid without any delay to our members. The 5 years since the last Congress have been busy and fruitful for UASA. On the downside, we are saddened by the loss of many of our members and UASA colleagues who have passed away. We have seen an increase in deaths within our membership since the onset of the pandemic. Those members leave a huge void in the lives of their loved ones and the UASA family. May their souls rest in peace. On the legal front and in serving our members, UASA has been successful in winning landmark cases. To name just a few. In the matter between AMCU, Lonmin and UASA, the Labour Appeal Court ruled that the agency shop agreement entered into between AMCU and Lonmin did not comply with the mandatory requirements of the Labour Relations Act and declared the agreement invalid and unenforceable. Lonmin and AMCU were ordered to return the agency shop fees deducted from UASA's members. The Labour Court ruled in favour of UASA in the matter against Impala Platinum, who unilaterally placed our D-level members on leave, both accrued and future unaccrued leave, for 5 months during a strike by AMCU, in which our members did not participate. The court ruled that Impala Platinum had no statutory or contractual discretion and the Impala Platinum policy did not permit the deduction. The court further ruled that Impala Platinum's reliance upon tacit consent for the deduction by our members was not established. The deduction was ruled to be unlawful. The Labour Court ordered Denel to deduct and pay over any and all statutory and other contributions deductible in terms of our members' contracts of employment, collective agreements and relevant legislation for the periods not paid. Denel was further ordered to pay the costs of the application. Given the complexities, these matters are ongoing. Our publications Between Jobs, Workwise and School Leavers Guide remain relevant and in high demand, especially since there is no end in sight for the protracted job shedding season. We continue publishing our quarterly bulletin, which is available in an e-reader friendly format, making it easy to catch up on relevant news, as well as including interesting articles related to life skills and other issues on our website. The UASA website has just undergone a major technical and design upgrade to be more user-friendly and interactive. All in all, it has been a busy and successful 5 years since our last Congress, and the decisions we make during this Congress will guide us in paving a sustainable path where we prosper and navigate our way to shaping the future we want. So let's see what this Congress holds for us. We have a number of draft resolutions that will be deliberated. All of these are designed to cultivate a culture of accountability, individually and collectively, and a strong belief that we can shape the future instead of fitting into it. These resolutions, once adopted, will amplify our mission that we can each make a positive difference and that indeed we will be shaping the future we want. The key performance areas of the draft resolutions are as follows. Resolution 1. Affordable and reliable electricity supply to all South African citizens and industry. Resolution 2. Growing and maintaining the membership of the Union. Resolution 3. Stop corruption and fraud and general mismanagement. Resolution 4. UASA the Union needs to become a household name branded as a modern, non-discriminatory trade union for all workers in South Africa. Resolution 5. Water is a strategic asset. Water services support 50% of the population, 64% of the economy, and 70% of irrigated agriculture. 64% of Gauteng's water supply and 98% of Cape Town's water supply is not sustainable. Sufficient drinking water for all South Africans. Currently, large numbers of South Africans, especially in rural areas, are dependent on walking long distances to fetch water. Water quality is often substandard in certain areas, creating health and safety risks, or is not available at all. Resolution 6. Reduce our carbon footprint. Resolution 7. Study grants. This Congress will aim to consolidate UASA with its approximately 40,000 members. This will happen across our two divisions, the Minerals Division and the Specialist Division, comprising the diverse industries and sectors from mining through transport and logistics to personal care and metal and engineering. At our Congress this year, we will focus on creating a better life for all our members and creating a better world for our members and their families. Onward and forward with putting our members first.
Hi everybody.
Welcome to the 7th UASA Congress.